Alright, so I'm pretty sure everybody's heard about this Georgia monument being blown up. I never heard about it before then, but anyway, it got me thinking about this video clip I watched a while back about this guy talking about the New World Order. Here, take a listen.
But is it sustainable? What do you say to those families who say, listen, we can't afford to pay $4.85 a gallon for months, if not years. This is just not sustainable.
Well, what you heard from the president today was a clear articulation of the stakes. This is about the future of the liberal world order, and we have to stand firm.
So yeah, I always get weirded out when they say New World Order or Liberal World Order. And they were also, again, ironically, they're talking about the price of gas. And I just heard recently that Biden is tapping into America's oil reserves, not to give it to the American people, but apparently he sold some of it to a Chinese gas firm. It's an article I saw on the YouTube. It's from Fox. I'll put a link to that in the description box. Now, why do I think those standing stones are linked to this liberal world order? Well, the standing stones say to keep the human population under 500 million. And you look at all these leftists, they're pro-abortion, they talk about overpopulation and people are destroying the planet. All of that is centered on brainwashing people that the planet's overcrowded. Now, I'll circle back, as she used to say, to the abortion and this whole Roe v. Wade stuff and how the lefties are freaking out. I made a video a few days ago about that 4th of July parade shooter, how he looks like an Antifa member, and 2 people commented on the video saying that he was a Jew. Now, if I'm not mistaken, they're referring to this so-called Jewish cabal that runs the world. I don't prescribe to that, and here's why. The vast majority of bankers are Jewish, so why would they want to kill off more than 7 billion people if this so-called cabal controls the governments and the banks? What do bankers care about? Money. So why would they want to kill off 7 billion people? Because, people have bank accounts with banks, i.e. bankers. And that's money. People are money. Commerce. Hint, hint, the stereotype of, Jewish people and money. So a few days ago I made that video about the World War II veteran, talking about the nation going down the drain, i.e. the nation is tearing itself apart with degeneracy. So who benefits from that? Well, these 2 people seem to think that's the Jewish cabal. Me, I prescribe to Operation Paperclip. So what was Operation Paperclip? It was a secret United States intelligence program in which more than 1,600 Nazis, German scientists, Nazis, engineers and technicians were taken from Nazi Germany to the U.S. for government employment after the end of the Second World War. So in other words, these Nazi scientists were responsible for a lot of research and development, R&D, and you can't tell me they didn't take advantage of the situation the American government put them in. In my opinion, and this is my opinion, the American government was so obsessed with communist bad that they completely underestimated, I should say, all these people. They gave access to, all kinds of scientific fields, technical and engineering. So if you're wondering, but wait, why would the Nazis want to kill off the white race? Well, there's a thing with that. Nazis didn't actually like the whole of the white race, only the Aryan part. In fact, the group that's actually Aryan isn't actually white. They're brown. So what benefit would this Shadow Reich have in killing off so many people? Well, what is GMO? Genetically modified organism, if I'm not mistaken. Humans are organisms, so genetic modification is a thing. So you get your blonde hair, blue eyes, and cloning. They're working on cloning too. So yeah, that Shadow Reich theory, that's my theory. I don't prescribe to the secret Jewish cabal. And as for all these politicians, they'll say and do whatever it takes to get elected. Why? Because it's money. So yeah, all these politicians, all these bankers who control the world's finances and stuff, they're all motivated by greed, which makes them useful puppets. During the Second World War, the Nazis did use greed in the form of financial greed, political greed, and self-preservation greed. The way I look at it, all this Shadow Reich has to do is just sit back and let the West and the world in general destroy itself. I mean, for crying out loud, you have people killing their own babies and calling it justice, abortion justice. Alrighty, that was my tinfoil hat ramble. Uh, it's kind of a little down the rabbit hole there. But anyway, take care.